bring back gummies or slaps?
Yeah, no, man. I had a bunch of slaps, you know, what not, but then they got all rusty, so I replaced them.
The slaps got rusty?
Yeah, because, you know, it's little
Is it aluminum?
It's dangerous.
Is it asbestos?
Asbestos.
Slap bracelets are made with stomach cancer now, so you just had to get these.
I got a little dumber every time I use one.
Every time you use one. Be like, 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 4 is 2. Potato. 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 So, what's it like being a rap dad?
What's it like being a rap dad?
Yeah.
You want to know the real, honest answer?
Yeah, for real.
I miss my kids every day.
How much do you tour nowadays?
Well, nowadays I tour more than I ever have, but I think it's like this year, because this is the first time I've really gone extensive or whatnot, and 5 months out of the year.
5 months?
Yeah.
How many kids?
I have two. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old.
You got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's adorable, man.
Yeah.
Do they like? Do they love freestyling with you and shit?
Let's see. Phoenix.
Or do they make you freestyle for them?
They never make me freestyle for them. But
That's good.
Phoenix, she loves music, and that's the oldest one. And then Sunny, she loves to dance, and my mom's a dancer, so she just like she just inherited like whatever the fuck my mom had.
All right.
Yeah.
What's going on Crenshaw these days?
What's going on? I moved to Oakland, so the only thing.
You live in Oakland?
I live in Oakland now.
Pardon my French.
Yeah. But every time I go to LA and then my hair is all wild, I go get a lineup on 43rd.
You go get a lineup on 43rd.
Yeah.
So excuse this next question, but is it true that birds can nest in your head, or was that just a half concoction of some smart mouth battle rapper?
I mean, that's what it is. Birds have never nested in my head.
See, I just wanted to get the facts straight. Birds have never nested in Nocan Dude's head.
Exactly. But if they did nest in my head, it'd be the wrong place because I eat all animals.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. You avoid vegetables.
No, hey, fuck that. The only time I have a vegetable is when it's fucking in the Bloody Mary.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. What's up with the new album, man?
Jimmy the Lock.
Jimmy the Lock.
It's doing good.
Daddy Kev put it out?
Daddy Kev put it out on AlphaPup Records.
AlphaPup.
Yeah, I got a fucking long list of crazy ass producers, and it's selling like hotcakes on iTunes.
When did it officially get dropped?
January 26th.
January 26th. So you just been touring steady to promote it?
Yes.
Nice. And you were just telling me a little bit about booking your own tour.
Mm-hmm.
How fun was that?
It's not very fun at all.
Not very fun.
No, here's the thing. It was a learning process because I was like, I'm gonna book the shows, and my agent's gonna book the shows, and it's gonna get promoted. And we pop up, and then 10 guys pop up and like, we all heard about it on Twitter, and we're neighbors.
Yeah.
You know.
But the promoter was like, nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to. I had to chase a person down.
Yeah.
I had to literally chase a person down. Like, it was uncivil as fuck. You know.
Life is so hurry up and wait.
And then Verbs was like, hey, Murs wants to talk to you. And then it was like
So
all of it happened.
Have you ever played shows with him before?
Hour. Never played a show with him before.
Just kind of came together.
Never, yeah. It
Nice.
was in LA. We hate each other. Every rapper hates each other in Los Angeles.
I mean, yeah, that's how it rolls.
Because there are too many of us, you know. And so, like, I don't know if he hates me or if he did hate me before. We all kept our distance or whatnot.
All right.
And
yeah, like is Murs really down with Project BLEUBIRD and your whole posse?
I think
much.
he's down with like a few people from there, but it's like literal, like you have to he has like connections with like certain people. Like I have connections with certain people, and like I've talked to them since we've
people
been
might
on
not
this
talk
tour.
to those other certain people.
Exactly, or they might hate the other certain people because that guy dated that guy's girlfriend.
Yeah,
that
it's
guy
like
fucking
Saved by the Bell,
gang.
but it's like more hip hop.
It was just like Saved by the Bell.
Hip hop Saved by the Bell.
Exactly.
I love Los Angeles, man. But
You
I mean,
do?
it's a crazy scene.
You do?
I love it because I live here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love it for what it started and for everything that comes out of it. But I mean, coming from Florida, going to LA, like the first time, you know what I mean? Your mind gets blown.
Oh, for sure.
How much has happened and how much support there is. But for me,
It's a lot of support, man, because like kids love to go out, kids love to fucking come out and rap. Like that's what bred us. Like we came to like these little open mics or whatnot, my crew or whatnot, customer service, or before there was a customer service, and we would go and there's like all these crews and we can freestyle. We can do all of our songs. We'd meet producers, and it kind of just like built it built what we do, you know.
Of course.
And I think in a lot of cities they don't really have that, you know.
No, man, they don't have the luxury of that.
They don't have the luxury.
You got to fight for it. You find like these little niche scenes. I mean, you've seen it. You know, like Innsbruck, Austria, for example.
Oh, sure. Why did you mention that?
Huh? Because you went on tour with Gino there. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember? Those guys still talk about the show.
Really?
Why did I mention that? Because I got good friends. I got good friends in Innsbruck, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I might have a child there.
You might have a child.
I don't know.
I'll cut the cameras out for that one. You thought I was mentioning it for like,
hi, Innsbruck.
Don't worry, man. I'm good at editing.
Okay, cool. No, you don't have to edit that, dude. I've already told that to everybody.
You told everyone you might have a child
important.
in Innsbruck. Doesn't everyone maybe have a child in Innsbruck? Josh Martinez has 4 kids in Innsbruck.
Really?
No. I'm gonna spread that rumor though.
Josh Martinez has 4 kids in Innsbruck.
I'm Twitter. I just got Twittered. My car Twitters everything that it
At
hears.
Josh Martinez.
Making love on the first
You
date.
did a good job covering. I want this outside of the Broward beatdown that you came down for. You been to Florida before?
Nah, I've never been to Florida. My fucking family, my blood is from Florida. My grandfather was born in Florida.
What
My
part of
grandfather, somewhere north near Georgia. And
the gross part.
yeah.
The non-Florida part. That's cool.
Yeah. He's from here. So like when I came out here, I was like, I was kind of like on for the Broward breakdown. Like I'm super sentimental about everything that happens. Like I have to make meaning out of it, and I was just like, this is where when I was 2 years old, and like a family member of mine like passed away. Actually before that, it was like when I was a baby. My grandmother protested taking me on a plane when I was a baby, but they took me out here, and I was like. I was a kid and I was at a fucking funeral or something like that. And then I came out here for this battle and I felt like it was like just returning to the place that kind of like where my family came from, where the fucking blood was created,
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
that was your first time out here since you were 2?
First time before I was 2. Like my
Since
grandmother
before you-
protested me coming out here as an infant.
Oh shit.
And so this first time, it was like first time in 26 years,
Damn. So Fort Lauderdale hates itself, hip
Does
hop
it?
wise, a little bit. Everybody sits. It's like anywhere else, but everybody here sits around and talks about how shitty things are here or whatever, how crappy rap shows are.
Yeah.
Not us.
Yeah.
But
Nah, if it wasn't for this dude, there'd be nothing.
Well, how does it, being that you've been pretty much everywhere
Yes.
in the U.S., how does Fort Lauderdale crowd stack up? To
What
the rest
I
of the
noticed about the Fort Lauderdale, the Broward beatdown, is kids were really, they like loved each other and like they were super supportive. And then here they were really supportive of me, even though I was an outsider. So I didn't feel anything weird about it. I don't know the ins and out of it, but I know like I didn't feel any bad.
No,
vibes.
they don't hate out of towners. They hate everybody that's from here.
Yeah, because they're fucking taking up their space.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this crowd right here was super young.
It was young. It was refreshing
Murs
that like
attracts, like,
all
the
those
Warped
kids
Tour
weren't
crowd.
rappers.
The Warped Tour crowd. That's what you
Well,
call
like-
it. That's what all those white people are.
That's what all the white people that come from the
Where'd
Warped Tour.
you guys come from?
I was here 3 months ago because POS played here. At Culture Room, they do Warped Tour hip hop.
Wow.
You won't see any other hip hop show at the Culture Room.
No, really?
Cannibal Corpse was here last week. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
even know who that is.
Cannibal Corpse, Bloody Chunks, death metal. We're in the death metal capital of the world.
Fuck with
Tampa.
knife.
Why the fuck was this the death metal capital of the world?
Tampa,
This is so
Florida
fucking
was.
sunny.
Tampa,
I
Florida.
don't know,
was
Tampa,
definitely-
Florida, but it's sunny as
That's
shit
the
over there
strip
too.
club capital of the world.
And the
I
death metal.
thought Portland was the strip club capital.
Portland,
Maine or
yes.
Oregon?
Portland,
Yeah.
Maine. Man, that's
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine's like the Kenny Bunkport capital.
No, that's where you can get like $5
Rifle
lobster.
capital. $5 rifles.
Really?
Yeah,
You
there's
can
like
shoot your
lobster
lobster?
shooting range.
Pow!
Yeah, you can shoot your lobster in the tank and then
They
eat
got
it.
those
Exactly.
machines with the arms.
I got a
you
little
grab the
buckshot in my
lobster.
lobster, but that shit is like so
But it's
good.
my buckshot.
If you dip it in the butter, the buckshot tastes better.
Buckshot tastes better in butter. I like that. That's a good quote. You got anything more to ask this man?
Yeah, as somebody that tours, that records records, and having the history of the battle and the freestyle and the shit, what's your favorite out of everything or whatever?
Out of all of it?
Compare and contrast like the good and the bad.
Okay, I stopped battling for a minute just because I had to learn how to be a better recording artist or whatnot. But once I got back in it, it was like fucking drugs. I was just like, I'm on the phone with motherfuckers talking about the science behind it. And yes, how to beat people and how who's unbeatable and why are they unbeatable and then where do I stand in that? I love it.
It's like
you know?
comic books.
Nice.
It's just
People-
like
it's like
comic
comic
books.
People
Just
call
like-
you. They call you for lines when they're battling and stuff.
Oh yeah, like all the time.
You don't have to say anything.
I'm gonna let no. But when I stopped battling, everybody gave me the call. I have lines for every. I've given lines to like almost every West Coast battle rapper in grind time.
Oh shit.
Almost every, but
That's fucking awesome.
that was when I stopped. But once I started, I didn't have enough time, But
Because you still had them coming to your head, even though you weren't battling.
Yeah.
You're still thinking about people.
How do you feel about the whole like writing battles?
how do I feel about it?
Yeah.
At first, I was a little fucking. Here, all right, let me.
You come from a freestyle camp.
Let me tell you,
know what
this.
I mean?
All right,
Like-
let me tell you. So the guy that said bird's nest in my head, all right, up until that point, I was fucking freestyle as fuck.
I know.
And that guy beat me with fucking writtens, right?
Yeah.
And so I flew home with 2 other rappers, right? We were on the plane, and then they were fucking reading me lines that they had for me and each other, and I was like, that's like finding out Superman's gay. You're like, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And since then, I've always had a few lines or whatever. And now that it's written, it's just like it's out in the open. Like there's no lies about that.
No, there's no lies about it.
know?
Yeah, so you're saying it's like a relief.
It's a relief
and
because
it changes the game.
Because if you lose, you lose because you don't lose because you get blindsided. You lose because you underprepared. You know.
Interesting.
You know, the freestyle battling will come back when music comes back in battling. Because it's not about music.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you've completely removed the musical element.
I mean, if you notice what the fuck is going on, it's fucking acapella battles and it's fucking instrumental hip hop, and never the twain shall meet. You know?
Wow.
Yeah,
no, I have noticed it.
Yeah,
gross.
like what the fuck is
The
that?
instrumental hip hop, the BPMs went up and people started dancing to it. You know what I mean? And then they started battling without beats and writing. Without beats, without freestyle.
Without, yeah.
See, it's still like I come from the older camp, you know what I mean? So I'm
high
still
five,
like,
older camp.
older camp. You want to get a high five?
Yeah.
Older camp. So I still have a hard time with it, you know. But like Matt Ills is an old homie of mine. I used to battle Matt Ills at the UCF battle.
I did
like
not know that.
every week we used to battle each other. You know what I mean? And then it was like a whole like divide. You know, it was like me and like Swanberger and like Philco and like all these weird rappers like battling Mad Ills and Mayhem and like all the whole Orlando clique, you know, we were just butting heads, and then we realized it's like, yo man, we're all hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we started throwing shows together and like, you know, built the scene, and now look, Orlando's,
That's
you
what
know,
you
grind
learn,
time is
crazy,
all over the world. It's
That's
crazy.
what you learn.
Yeah, and I'm
Butting
happy
heads
as
kinda makes
fuck
you
about what they're
fucking
doing.
sharper, you know?
Yeah, button heads make sparks start a fire.
Wow.
But getting back to what you were saying before.
So calm down.
Sorry.
Say that again.
Yeah, I said button heads causes sparks. Button heads make sparks, and sparks start a fire.
Yeah.
We didn't start a fire. I mean, it was getting back to what you were saying before about learning how to be a better recording artist. So, like, how many years were in between the record that Labways produced for you and this new record? That was the last
3
record
years.
you did. 3 years ago.
3 years.
And you were battling all in between.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this one just, like, blows the old one out of the water?
Really can't say.
Can't say. Still got a thing.
In terms about, like, in that record, here's the thing. All right, so there's something to be said about something you just sit down and write, and you don't really filter.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
So like what I did on the Lab Race record, I was really young, I was hella naive. There was no filter though, and I
Still
have
some
a
gems
fucking
on there
song
that I still
called
rock.
Android Stripper Song,
Okay.
ASS. You know, and I love that song. You know, but the thing that I did on Jimmy the Lock, I put a lot more like mind power into.
Jimmy the Lock's cohesive. You were like songwriting and stuff.
Yeah, and so
You could tell too.
Can you?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Yeah, so you know that's the difference. But then I also did like I've been mixtapes in between there, I've been EPs in between there. I've done a bunch of stuff like you know I have things that I've done in the past that can never match what I've done that I can do now because there's little parts about myself that I lost because I just grew up, right? But there's things on the Jimmy the Lock that like I'll probably never be able to
top. Well, that's good, man.
And then I'll learn something new along the way, and then like whatever the next Jimmy Lock 2.0, whatever I do in the future is gonna be, you know, some other shit.
Word. Word.
Good.
Oh, shit. Good talking to you. No can do.
Yeah.
Customer service. Los Angeles. Or Oakland, California.
I'm just in California. That's California.
California.
I'm just California, yeah.
Yeah.
I fly back and forth to LA all day, so it's all good.
I like it. You got anything else, man?
No, that was it. Actually, I guess the last thing would be to there's a whole I saw it tonight or whatever. All these young kids, I see kids rapping in the audience and stuff. There's a whole generation of young kids, which is pretty encouraging because I haven't seen any young kids, especially around here, in a long time. As somebody that's doing it full time or whatever, how hard is it? How hard can you convey maybe crush some people's dreams a little bit or whatever, but also maybe give some other people hope about how hard it is to manage your own career as an independent artist and make a living out of it rather than just be somebody that pops up here and there.
Super sacrifice. Like I said, I haven't seen my wife and my kids since April 21st, you know? And, you know, it's like that's, like, I can say that, you know? And it seems like, oh, I haven't seen them, I'm on tour, da, 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 da. But behind my eyes are little tears because of that, you know? And, you know, fucking like, and you know, it's just that, like there's easier paths to go, but it you know, but I don't know. It's just hard as fuck because all the responsibility is on you. You're your own boss at the end of the day, and all the success and all the fucking failures are all your own, you know. So like that's one thing when you're an independent artist and you do that shit, you have to fucking like just realize that, and that's I don't know if I answered your question, but that's all I said.
No, that's good.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Word.
Yes.
If you're a slut, I'm a slut, okay? So tell them sluts you slut around with slut, don't hate.